Hello everyone, welcome back. Previous lecture we have discussed about one to many and many to one relationship, and we have created entities like customer and bank account. Two entities we have created, and also we have created relationship between customer and bank account. So what kind of relationship? So one customer can associated with multiple bank accounts. Similarly, multiple bank accounts can associated with one customer. So this is the example we are going to implement with Springboard by using command line runner. So let me insert the data. So before inserting data, so in previous lecture we just established the connection between one to many and many to one. Sorry, many to one and one to many relationship, right? So you can see. So in database table, customer table will have customer ID and name, and bank account table will have bank account ID, bank account name, and account number. Along with that, it has customer ID foreign key relationship, right? So it will have, because so we have made uh, bank account entity as owning the relationship, right? So here bank account is owning the relationship. So because we are declared with one many to one relationship, and we have created relationship between bank account and customer, bank account is going to owning the relationship. So since bank account entity is owning the relationship, so it will have, so as in previous lecture I already explained, right? So which are all the entities owning the relationship, so that entity will have foreign key. So bank account, here bank account is owning the relationship, so you can see. So bank account table is having primary key of customer ID of customer table. So now we are going to insert the data. So many to one, so many to one, so many to one, we are going to implement it now. So we can see how we are going to implement it. So if you want to insert the data multiple bank accounts, so along with bank account we need a customer ID, right? If you want to insert the data in bank account table, so we need a customer ID. So customer ID nothing but, before inserting bank account details we should insert customer details first, right? So let me create the customer, so or let me first create the bank account details. We are going to insert the bank account details. I'm going to create bank account object. So we can set the data bank account dot set, and id we no need to set, because id is going to generate by hibernate or jpa, so we no need to set the id. So we just need to set name, bank name, and bank account number, and customer. So let me set the bank name, ICICI bank. I'm giving account name as bank account name as ICICI bank, and bank account dot set number, bank account number. I'm giving something like some dummy bank account number. So after that, so bank account dot set. So if you want to insert the bank account, we should insert customer details also, right? So we have to set customer data with bank account, because each bank account will associated with one customer. What is the reason of we are setting the customer? So each bank account will associated with one bank account, sorry, one customer. So that's the reason here when we are going to create the bank account, along with the bank account we have to set the customer details. So for the time being I will set null. So we have to create customer first, right? So let me create the customer as well. Customer object, I'm going to create customer object, customer equal new customer. So after that we need to set customer name. So to customer details, right? Customer is having two properties, customer id and name. So we no need to set the customer id because Hibernate will generate the primary key for customer. So customer id we are not going to set, so we just need to set customer name. So I will give customer name as Rohit Sharma. So now I just created customer Rohit Sharma, and we have a customer object. So we just need to set customer. So bank account dot set customer. So I just pass customer object so that we can store the bank account details. So how we can store the bank account details? We are using JPA repository, right? So if you want to store the bank account information, we need a bank account JPA repository. We already created in previous lecture, right? So let me create the instance of bank account JPA repository. Bank account JPA repository. JPA repository. We just need to auto while. So Spring will initialize the object. So now we can use this object and we can store bank account. Bank account dot save method. So what we need to pass? Bank account entity. That's it. So this one is, let's say, customer one. So let me name it as a customer one because we are going to store multiple customers and multiple bank accounts, right? So bank account one. So customer one, I'm giving customer one bank account one. So I just created a customer one and bank account details one bank account. So right now one bank account is associated with one customer. So the moment we save the data, the moment we run the Spring Boot application, so it should insert the data, right? So before inserting, let me show you the table. So customer table is not having any data and bank account table is not having data. Both are having relationship. So customer is having foreign key of foreign key customer underscore id, and this customer underscore id is primary key of customer table. Okay, so the moment we insert the data, so bank account details will store in bank accounts table along with customer id, and customer details will insert in customer table. So let me start the server. You can click on this icon, or you can right click and run as Java application. The moment you right click on the class and run as Java application, your Spring Boot application will start successfully. Yeah, it is giving error. So unsaved transient reference. See, object reference unsaved transient instance. So customer is bank account details are not able to persist because, so before inserting customer bank account details, we have to insert customer details. We haven't inserted customer details, right? So how we can insert the customer details? Two ways are there. By using customer jpa repository dot save, then we can insert the customer, or let Hibernate create the customer details as well. So I will take a second approach, or I will show you both the approach. So let me create customer JPA repository instance to store customer details. Private customer JPA repository. So let me declare auto while. So Spring Boot will initialize our instance. Okay, so now control C, and we can just copy. So here you can call save method. We need to pass customer object one, so customer details. So now what will happen? So the moment you run the server, Spring Boot will execute this run method, and customer details will save first, and then after that bank account details will insert into the database. So now let me run the server. The moment you run the server, so this after initializing application context, Spring Boot will execute this run method, and our all the code will execute successfully. Okay, so let me start the server. Yeah, you can see server started successfully, and create customer and bank account details are created again, because deleted and created, because in application.properties DDL auto is create, so that's the reason. So now what we can do, let me stop the server, and I will give update value. Why? Because if you create DDL auto property, if you give as a create, so every time it will delete the table and it will create the table whenever you restart the server. So whatever data we inserted, that we will lost the data. So instead of that, I will just give the property of update. So DDL, whenever we are defining DDL auto with the update, so it will not remove the database tables. So whatever you are inserted the data, that will remain same. Okay, so now let me start the server again. Or so let me, earlier already data is inserted, right? So let me see, customer table is having customer details, Rohit Sharma 1, customer ID is 1, and Rohit Sharma is inserted. Customer Rohit Sharma is inserted, and if you see bank account details, and you can see bank account details, bank account ID 1, custom ICICI Bank and ICICI Bank account number, and customer ID of foreign key of customer table. You can see customer ID is 1, so this customer ID is mapped with foreign key, right? So that is also inserted. So now we have inserted one record successfully. So let me insert one more customer, or let me insert one more bank account with the same customer. So how we can insert that? So since we are already saved the customer, let me create one more bank account. So with same customer, Rohit Sharma can have many to one, right? So many to one in the sense multiple bank accounts can have one customer, or one customer can have multiple bank accounts. So currently Rohit Sharma is having only one bank account number. So I am going to insert another bank account details, one more bank account details. Okay, so let me create. So this time what will happen? So bank account number 2 I am going to insert for Rohit Sharma, bank account 2 and bank account 2. Just change the instances to make you understand. I am giving it as a bank account 1 and bank account 2, guys. Okay, and second bank I will use Axis Bank, and account number will be like this, example. So after that, customer 1, so we have to pass same customer, because for Rohit Sharma I am going to create one more bank account. So the customer should be same Rohit Sharma, customer 1 only, right? So let me save this, save the file. And now, so customer, this bank account is already installed, already inserted, right? So for the timing I will just comment it out. So because already customer details one is inserted, so now I am going to insert same customer. So how we can insert same customer? So we already inserted customer details, right? So we have to fetch customer details and we have to insert. So how we can fetch, or we can do one more thing. So we at a time we can insert multiple bank accounts for same customer. So how we can create? So let me show you that approach. We can at a time we can create a multiple bank accounts also. So let me create in that way, or you can comment it out and you can create one more sorry, you can again. So instead of that, what I will do, so for the time being I will insert one customer with multiple bank accounts at a time. How we can do that? So before that, so since Rohit Sharma is already inserted, so let me clear the database, otherwise again it will insert new record, right? So instead of that, what I will do, I will clear the data, or let me give create option. So if you give create option, it will fresh, if you start the server, it will create all the customers and bank account details. So let me give customer 1, we are storing it here, and bank account 1 we are storing it here, and bank account 2 we are storing it here. So let me create one more bank account for Rohit Sharma. So currently what we are doing, control shift F to format the code. How we can format the code? Control A, control shift F, so your code will align properly. So we are going to insert one customer with multiple bank account numbers. So bank account number 3 3 3 3 and customer will be same. So let me give bank account number 3 will be like this. I will give, instead of Axis Bank, I will give SBI Bank, third bank account number. So here you need to pass bank account number 3. So total how many customers? One customer Rohit Sharma, one customer with multiple bank accounts. One is ICICI Bank, and second one is Axis Bank, and third one is SBI Bank. So each bank account we have configured customer. So we have set customer 1, and similarly for bank account number 2, we have set customer 1. Bank account number 3 also we set customer number 1. So now what will happen? So Rohit Sharma can associated with multiple bank account numbers. So 3 bank accounts will be inserted in bank account details, and one customer will be inserted in customer table. So let me, so one more thing. So I don't want to insert a customer manually. Let Hibernate insert a customer. How we can do that? In previous lecture I already explained. So whenever you are inserting bank account details, along with the bank account details, so bank account is having customer dependency, right? So Hibernate will insert customer details for us, so without inserting manually. So how we can do that? With the help of cascade. We have to specify cascade equal to all. I am specifying as of now all. So the moment you declare cascade is equal to all, nothing but, so Hibernate, whenever you are trying to insert the bank account details, so Hibernate will insert first customer. So along with whatever operation we are going to perform with bank account, so same operation we are going to it is going to perform with customer, nothing but. If we are performing insert operation with bank account, so same insert operation will be happen with customer. So if you are going to delete bank account details, so bank account details also will be deleted. If you are updating bank account details, so your customer details also going to update. So that is the meaning of cascade is equal to all. So what are all the operations we are going to perform with bank account, same operation will reflect with customer details as well. Okay, so now this time what will happen? So we no need to write code to insert customer details. So the moment we declare cascade equal to all, nothing but whenever we are inserting the bank account details, Hibernate will insert customer details first and then it will insert bank account. Why it will insert customer details first? Because before inserting into bank account details we need a primary key of customer, so that's the reason first Hibernate will insert customer details first and then bank account will insert second, right? So I have, since I have given DDL auto create, so what will happen, it will create new tables and it will insert all the details at a time. Okay, so let me run the server. Yeah, successfully execution came, congratulations. So why detached entity passed persistence customer, what is the reason? So let me check what is happening, what is happened in background. So we have enabled overall watching newly, so you can see I have enabled show hyphen SQL true, nothing but, so Hibernate will show the generated SQL statements and Hibernate will create the tables for us, right? That is, and here I have given property to format the SQL which are displaying in console, so that we can see, we can read SQL queries properly. So now the moment I start the server, what it is trying to do will debug now. So it is alter, so you can see it is drop the database bank account and it is drop the database customer and then it is created bank account details table and it is created customer table. After that it is established the connection, it is established the uh, relationship, foreign key relationship also. See, bank account details is having customer details. So now after that it is trying to insert the customer details. Okay, so customer details inserted successfully, because after that only it is trying to insert the bank account details. When execution came, the moment bank account details are going to insert, that time we got the exception, but customer details are inserted. We can see, go to the database and refresh object browser and then check the customer details. See, customer details are inserted. You can check the console, insert into customer, so after that there is no exception, so immediately it is trying to insert the bank account detail. So that's why customer details are inserted successfully. But let me open, so the moment bank account details also, so one insert statement is successful, you can see one insert statement is successful, I think. So let me open the uh, custom bank account table. See, one bank is inserted, one bank account details are inserted and one customer details are inserted. After that, when it is trying to insert the second record, it is throwing exception because detached entity passed. Detached entity, nothing but there is no session available, there is no transaction object available to insert second record. So in previous lecture I already explained you, right? Whenever you are performing database operation with JPA or Hibernate, so each database operation will be one transaction. It will treat it, it will treat as each database operation will be treat as one transaction. Here one transaction is started, that will happen in background, guys. One transaction, so to insert the data we need a transaction detail. So once one transaction starts here and ends here, so within the method, so one transaction is started here, inserted here, so nothing but one bank account details and one customer details successfully inserted. So the moment it is trying to insert second record, so that time there is no transaction available. So each we insert the method whenever we are inserting the database operation. Once each method will take it as a one transaction in Hibernate or JPA. So since one transaction is already done it here, so when we are going in the same method, we are going to perform second insert operation. So that time there is no transaction, because one transaction starts here, one transaction ends here. So that's the reason second record is not inserted. So this is the case. What, how we can handle? So we can declare this entire method under transaction. How we can declare? We can specify with the help of @transactional annotation. Spring is having transactional annotation, arg.spring framework dot transaction. So I have declared it as a transactional annotation. The moment you declare a method with transactional annotation, what will happen? So all the statements will execute, uh, and then only end of the statement transaction will closed. Okay, the moment transaction starts here, it will never end the transaction until all the transactions will complete and are committed in the database. After that only transaction will close. So in that case what will happen? So all the records will insert successfully, because we have declared this method as a transactional annotation. So if you are working with real-time environment, business logic will be there inside the service layer, right? So what you can do? So this transaction annotation you can specify along with that service layer. So in service IMPL class you have to specify transactional, so that in REST API. So if you try with REST API, so all the records will insert successfully. So since we don't here we are standalone, so we are testing with Spring Boot standalone class, right? So the Spring Boot application. So we haven't created the REST API. So so we just executing Spring Boot Java class, and we are testing the one to many to one relationship. So that's the reason here itself I have declared it as a @transactional. So the moment I declare, so all the statements will execute. So transaction will start here and transaction will ends here. Okay, so now let me start the server. What we are doing? We are inserting one customer with multiple bank accounts. So bank account 1 ICICI 1 with customer 1, and Axis Bank with customer 1, and SBI Bank with customer 3, sorry, customer 1. So bank account 1 ICICI, bank account 2 Axis Bank, bank account 3 SBI. So all the bank accounts will have same customer 1, customer 1 and customer 1. So let me save now. So I just started the server. See, successfully all the records are inserted. We can debug now. So battery is low, let me connect my charger. Okay, so I have connected the charger. So now you can see uh, our transaction, all the records are inserted successfully. So first table is created, customer table and bank account table is created, and then Hibernate is altered the bank account table to add a foreign key of customer ID. After that, so insert into customer. So customer 1 is inserted, and then insert into bank account 1, insert into bank account 2, insert into bank account 3. So one customer with multiple 3 bank accounts are inserted in database. So let me go open the SQL Yog. So just refresh the uh, table. You can see one customer is inserted, and if you open the bank account table, you can see three customers are in three bank accounts are inserted bank ICICI Bank 1, ICICI Axis Bank 2, SBI Bank 3. So with all three banks accounts are associated with customer 1. You can see foreign key of customer. If you click here, you can see this customer is associated with the customer table. You can see customer table, so primary key. So all the three bank accounts associated with customer one. So one customer, you can see one customer Rohit Sharma is associated with multiple bank accounts, nothing but one too many relationship, right? And also you can think reverse way. So multiple bank accounts also associated with one customer. uh, One customer is associated with multiple bank accounts, nothing but one too many. And reverse way, multiple bank accounts are associated with one customer, nothing but many to one association. This is how we can perform one to many and many to one relationship. I think you guys are understood, right? This is one customer to multiple bank accounts, nothing but one to many. And this is bidirectional mapping. Why? Because you can see who is the owner of relationship. So bank account is owning the relationship, so bank account is having association with customer. So so whenever you are trying to fetch the bank account details, along with bank account details you will get customer information also. So let me show you that. This is unidirectional mapping. So let me unidirectional many to one mapping. So let me show you here. So now let me comment. So let me create this one as a one method. How we can create one method? Just select the right click and refactor, select refactor and extract method. I want to create it as a method. Insert bank account with customer. So click on finish. So what it will do, so Eclipse will create a method, and inside that you will have all the business logic. So what kind of business logic? Inserting bank account with one customer. So let me give as a insert multiple bank accounts, multiple bank accounts with one customer. So let me call that method from here. So it's not copied, so let me copy, control C, control V. That's it. So again it will remove the database and it will remove the table and it will reinsert again. So now I will stop the server. Why? Because we are going to perform search operation, fetch operation. So that time otherwise every time it will recreate the data. So that's the reason what I will do. So application properties, I will give update. I will just give update operation. Why? Because whenever server restarted, so previous whatever data it is inserted, it will not remove from the database. Okay. So now I am going to fetch the bank account details. We have just inserted one customer with multiple bank accounts, and now we are going to fetch the bank account details. So to fetch the bank account details we have to write the logic, right? So again we no need to insert. I will just commenting out, testing purpose I just commenting out. Insert logic I just commented because data is already inserted, right? Testing purpose. So that is enough for us. So now let me find the data. So how I am going to fetch bank account details. So let me bank account details, bank account jp repository dot find by id, find by id. So which bank account we can so I want to fetch ICICI bank. So ICICI bank account id will be one is a long, right? Long data type. That's the reason I'm giving 1L, 1L. That's it. So dot get. So it will give bank account details. ICICI bank account details. Bank account object is equal bank account. So now we'll see. I will just print that bank account details. System dot out dot println, and here uh, let me copy paste. So here I will give, I am not able to type string codes guys, that's the reason I am copy pasted. Sometimes my laptop is not working properly. So now here, now I will give bank account details. Bank account details. I'm going to print bank account details. Bank account details. So let me start the server. If you start the server, what will happen? It will fetch bank account ICICI bank account details, because ICICI bank account ID is 1, and then I am just fetching bank account details and displaying the bank account details. So let me start the server. Server started successfully. You can see select operation is performed. You can see select operation is performed successfully. So select star from column names from bank account, and it is doing left join. If you observe, it is doing left join. See, we are trying to fetch bank account details only, but along with the bank account details, Hibernate is doing left join, because bank account is having relationship with customer table. Even though if you do not require customer details, so Hibernate is fetching bank account details as well, along with, sorry, Hibernate is fetching customer details as well along with bank account details. This is a eager loading, right? So you can see bank account details are printed successfully. So let me print, so you can see bank account details is having relationship with customer, right? So that's the reason by default Hibernate is fetching bank account information. So here I have overridden a toString method guys. So because of toString method, our object is displaying bank account details. If you remove this toString method, let's see, let me remove the toString method, and uh, if you see the console, our data is not displayed. You can see bank account details are not displayed, so object only displayed, unused, unreadable object. So that is the purpose we have to create toString, override toString method. See, whenever you are, I am just directly printing the object. See, bank account object, I am directly printing the object. Whenever you are printing the object, so it will always print the address of the object. You can see this is the address of the object, right? So how we can display the data if you print the object? So that is the purpose we have to override the toString method. So that's initially I haven't created toString method, because I want you to understand what is the purpose we are overriding toString method. If you don't override the toString method, whenever you are printing the object, you cannot see the data. So just to create override the toString method, I don't want to display customer details, I just want to display bank account details. So the moment you override the toString method, you can see, again server is restarted. You can see now we are able to see the ICICI bank account details. So that is the importance of toString method guys. So here what is the concept? So we are trying to fetch the bank account details. So along with the bank account details, we are Hibernate is fetching customer details also, because it is having relationship with customer. So this is not a good way of implementing, right? Because it is lazy load, sorry, eager loading. So even you are just looking for bank account details, since you are looking for bank account details, along with the bank account details, customer also fetching in background, because it is having relationship. So how we can avoid that? So eager loading, so by specifying lazy operation, right? So go to the bank account entity and declare it as a fetch operation type, uh, lazy. Otherwise by default it will fetch, even you do not need customer details, along with customer details you are going to fetch bank account details also. So that's the reason I am giving it as a lazy operation. So now we'll see. Let me save something, and so our server will restart again, and this code is being executed. So now open the console. See, the moment I performed a lazy operation, the moment I declared a lazy operation, Hibernate is fetching only bank account details. So Hibernate is not fetching customer details. If you observe, so earlier it is created with left join with customer, right? So now that is eager loading. Now I am going to perform lazy loading. So lazy loading, so whenever you are required the data, that time only Hibernate will fetch the data. So here what I am fetching, here I am trying to display, trying to fetch bank account details. So now in lazy loading operation, Hibernate is fetching only bank account details, it is not fetching customer details. So bank account information displayed. How you can display the customer, how you can fetch the customer? So whenever you are need it. So now let's say I need to print the customer detail also. So I have a requirement call to display customer details. How we can do that? By specifying get customer, calling the get customer method. Just save it. So whenever I need, that time only Hibernate will fetch the customer details as well. So let me give, instead of bank account, customer details. Save the application, it will refetch again. So see, you can see bank account details are displayed, and whenever needed, so Hibernate is fetching customer details as well. So but customer I am not able to print, I am not able to display customer details. Why? Because customer address is printing nothing, but in customer entity we haven't overridden the toString method. So source toString. So I don't want to display bank account details along with the customer. So just I want to display customer details. So why? Because customer table should always should display customer details. This is customer entity, so customer table should display always customer details. That's the reason I have overridden only customer information. So similarly bank account should display only bank account details. That's the reason I have overridden only bank account details. So if you watch a lot of videos, so no one will explain like that, guys. So why I am doing like this, because you will understand what is the purpose of toString method also. Some people may aware, some people may not aware. That's the reason I am teaching in-depth concepts. So that is the purpose of toString method. So now you can see I just added toString method. If you open the console, now you can see customer details as well. So Rohit Sharma, the moment I fetch the, I displayed the bank account details, Hibernate is fetching only bank account details. Whenever I need customer details, so that time only Hibernate is fetching customer details. That is lazy loading. Lazy loading will be very fast performance, guys. Okay. So now you got, whenever you are fetching the customer bank account details, along with bank account details we are able to display customer details as well. So similarly we have implemented bidirectional mapping also, right? So how we have implemented bidirectional mapping? In customer details we have declared one to many, so mapped by. So mapped by in the sense, so customer is not owning the relationship, we are just mapping the details with bank account. So you can see this is the customer. So bank account is having customer relationship, right? So customer, this object we have given in customer entity. So the moment you declare customer mapped by, in the sense this is not directly mapping with bank account table, so we are just redirecting to bank account table to fetch all the bank accounts. So this is called bidirectional mapping, one to many. Also customer can associate it with multiple bank accounts, and whenever you are trying to fetch customer information, along with customer information you will get bank account details as well. So let me go to fetch the customer details as well. So whenever you are fetching the customer details, along with customer details you are able to get the sorry, whenever you are getting the bank, whenever you are trying to fetch the bank account details, along with bank account details you are able to fetch customer information also. Similarly, now what I am trying to fetch, I am going to fetch customer details. So whenever you are fetching customer details, along with customer you should get multiple bank accounts. So bidirectional mapping. So let me fetch, how we can fetch customer information with the help of customer jpa repository dot find by id and fetch customer one Rohit Sharma one dot get. So you can see, if you open the customer table, current right now we have only one customer. That customer id is 1, Rohit Sharma customer id is 1. So that's the reason I am trying to fetch customer id 1l. So now why I am giving l, since it is a long data type, I am giving 1l. If it is integer, you no need to give l, directly you can give 1. So now here what it will return, it will return customer details, customer object. So let me print customer details as well. Control c, control shift f. So control a, control shift f to format the code properly. So now let me give customer details, let me print customer details. Very easy guys, I am teaching in depth, you have to understand the concept. Customer details and print customer object. Similarly, so first let's fetch first customer details, later we'll fetch list of bank accounts. Okay, so let me first print customer details. So for the time being I will comment it out this one. Why? Because this already we discussed about it, right? So now we are going to fetch customer details. Earlier we fetch bank account details and customer details. Now with the help of customer we are going to fetch bank account details, multiple bank account details. Okay, so let me fetch customer details first, we'll see what will happen. I'm just printing customer details. So open the console. If you observe, see, customer details are printed. So select query is executed in background by hibernate and customer details we are able to display. Customer details Rohit Sharma. If you observe, whenever you are trying to fetch the bank account details, so hibernate is fetching customer details also, right? It is left joining the query because it is having relationship, direct relationship. But if you observe, when we are trying to fetch the customer, it is always by default it is giving customer details only, because by default, see, we haven't declared the, in customer details we haven't declared the fetch type, right? Fetch type lazy we haven't declared here. So even without declaring fetch type lazy, by default hibernate is fetching only customer information. It is not joining with bank account details. It is always fetching customer information because it is performing lazy loading by default. So you have to remember the point guys, you have to make it note. See, whenever you are trying to fetch the bank account details, along with the bank account details hibernate is fetching customer information also by default, eager loading, right? So when we are trying to perform when we are trying to fetch the customer details, so customer details by default lazy loading, it is performing lazy loading operation, because you have to make it note, always one to many annotation will perform lazy loading by default. So it will not perform eager loading by default. So here many to one by default, if you don't specify this lazy, if you don't specify fetch operation type, so by default many to one always perform eager loading. The moment you define fetch lazy, then only it will perform lazy loading operation. But if you check in customer, so one to many relationship, so that time it is by default lazy loading. How you can prove that, you can see, let me clear the console and let me fetch it again. Let put some space and save, so your server will restart again. See, restarted. It is fetching only customer information, it is not fetching bank account details. So one too many always perform by default lazy operation. This is one, make it note. Okay, let me print bank account details as well. So now I am going to print bank details with the help of customer object. Bank account details. So yeah, customer object dot get bank account. So we have a list object, right? Control space. Why we don't have list object? We have only get name and set name. So customer table is having list of bank account list, right? So okay, we haven't created the setters and getters method, guys. That is the reason that method is not showing. So let me generate getters and setters methods for bank account list. That's it. Okay, so now bank account list, we can print it, right? So customer details, control space, you can see now, uh, see, get bank account list. Now we got the method get bank account list. That's it. Save your application. And now you can see here I am displaying customer information, and here I am displaying bank account information with customer object. So earlier we got the bank account, one bank account, one customer. So here, uh, with the help of bank account details we fetch the information, but here we are trying to fetch with customer object. So let me see, one customer will associated with multiple bank accounts, many to so one to many. So let me open. If you see, customer details also printed, Rohit Sharma is printed, and multiple bank accounts also printed. If you observe here, bank account ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, and SBI Bank. So one too many. So one customer associated with multiple bank accounts also we are able to print. So this is how we have to implement unidirectional and bidirectional of one to many and many to one. Now some people may have doubts, are here many to one relationship. So but here we have created only one customer, right? So if you want, you can create multiple customers and you can insert it. So as of now here I have inserted only one customer. So if you want to create multiple customers, how you can do that? So let me show you that as well. Right now in your database you have only one customer with multiple bank accounts. So you can see multiple bank accounts is having one customer, customer id 1, customer id 1, customer id 1. So let me insert another customer. So right now we have only one customer, so let me insert one more customer. Okay, so for the time being let me comment it out, this one fetch operation, and let me uncomment the insert logic. So go to inside this method and let me stop the server, otherwise it will keep on disturb us. Let me write the code and later I will start the server. Okay, so right now one customer is associated with multiple bank accounts. So let me create one more customer. How you can do that? So let me down. So here, so let me copy another, just same you can copy. I'm going to create here customer one. I will keep like a customer one start execution, and customer one and execution. To make you understand, I just make commenting out. Okay, execution. So here we just inserted one customer with multiple bank accounts. I want to create one more customer with multiple bank accounts. So customer one, right? So let me create one more customer. Just copy and paste. So give object name customer 2. Customer 2 Virat Kohli. Okay, Virat Kohli. And for Virat Kohli, so let me create bank accounts for Virat Kohli. So let me copy this same code. So I will just insert it as a Control A, Control Shift F to format the code, and then bank account 2 with customer 2. That's it. Bank account 2. So sorry, bank account 2 is here already there. So that's the reason I will give bank account 4, because here already we have created bank account 2 object, bank account 3 object, bank account 1 object. So here I am giving as a bank account 4 for bank account 4 for customer 2, or you can give bank account 1 for customer 2 to make you easily understand. For customer 2, so to make you understand guys. Okay, so let me give like this: bank account 1 for customer 2 bank account. Okay, customer 2 bank account. So here we need to set customer 2. This is the customer 2 object, Virat Kohli. I am setting to this bank account. So bank account name I am giving it as a, let me give Canara Bank. And let me insert one more record for Virat Kohli. Let me create one more account for Virat Kohli. Control A, Control Shift F to format the code, and then bank account 2 for customer 2. So this time I will give IDBI Bank. Yeah. IDBI Bank. So that's it guys. So customer is created. One customer, second customer with Virat Kohli with two bank accounts. So let me insert it. How we can insert? Bank with the help of bank account JPA repository. Currently I am inserting with the bank account entity guys. Why? Because bank account is owning the relationship. That's the reason currently I am inserting data with bank accounts. If you want, you can create multiple bank accounts with customer also. Because how we can create? You have to make customer as a owner, and you have to create bank account as non-owner. So if you create both, or if you create both entities are owners, then you are going to duplicate the data. Don't do that. So you create either customer as a ownership, or you can create a bank account as a ownership. So in this example I have created bank account as a ownership, owning the relationship. Okay, so that's the reason I'm inserting with bank account entity. So save. So here this object you have to pass bank account customer 2 with bank account number 2. A bank account 1 I haven't inserted here. So let me insert bank account 1 also. How you can insert? Just bank account JPA repository dot save bank account 1 for customer 2. So now Virat Kohli is associated with Canara Bank and IDI Bank. And if you see here, Rohit Sharma is associated with the 3 banks, and Virat Kohli is associated with two banks. So let me insert the records. So how what will happen now? So let me delete the table and create. Otherwise, if you start the server again, so Rohit Sharma is there already, so again Rohit Sharma will insert. So instead of that, what I will do, I will do create property. So if you do create property, what it will do, it will delete the existing table, it will insert all the new records. What are all those records? So in customer table, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli, two records will be there in customer table. And in bank account table, three bank accounts of Rohit Sharma and two bank accounts of Virat Kohli. So total five records will be there in bank account table and two records will be there in customer table. Right, so let me start the server. Let me check the code. I have given customer 2 here, right? So perfect. Let me open the console. If you see, data inserted successfully. So again, tables are created. Since I am giving DDL auto as a create, so insert customer and insert bank account 1, bank account 2, bank account 3. So Rohit Sharma is having three banks inserted. Now second customer is inserted. So, Virat Kohli is having two bank accounts. One insert statement, second insert statement. So two bank accounts for Rohit Sharma. So to differentiate that, so some people may get confused which query is belongs to which customer. So what I will do, let me write here. Let me print one SOP, system dot out dot println. So here what I am going to write, so here creating, to make you understand guys, creating Rohit Sharma customer, creating Rohit Sharma customer. Okay, to make you understand, create Rohit Sharma customer. And similarly, let me copy and come down. And second customer, where we are creating, here we are creating. So here I will just give uh, creating Virat Kohli customer. Kohli let me save. So if you open the console now, let me clear the console and let me save the file again, just to modify something, so it will restart the server. If you open, see, first it will start with creating customer Rohit Sharma. So Rohit Sharma customer is inserted. So Rohit Sharma, after that three bank accounts. So one, two, three, Rohit Sharma is having three bank accounts, right, successfully inserted. So if you check it here, second one, so creating Virat Kohli customer. So Virat Kohli customer is inserted, insert query is executed, and bank account number 1, bank account number 2 for Virat Kohli. So let me give different bank account numbers to avoid confusion. So Rohit Sharma is having 1, 2, 3 bank account numbers. So let me create Canara Bank for 44444, and let me create 5555 for Virat Kohli. Okay, that's it guys. So just to open the MySQL log, so you can see SQL log, see, two customers are inserted, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. And if you go to bank account details, so for Rohit Sharma, what is the customer ID for Rohit Sharma? 1, right? So if you check in bank account, see how many bank accounts, 1, 2, 3, three bank accounts. That's three bank accounts associated with Rohit Sharma customer ID 1. Similarly, customer Virat Kohli customer ID is 2, and insert the bank account. So Canara Bank and ID Bank customer ID associated with two, you can see. If you go to customer, you can check here how many bank accounts associated with Rohit Sharma. Click here. Sorry, here inside the bank account, how you can see each bank account is associated with this bank account is associated with Rohit Sharma, and Axis Bank also associated with Rohit Sharma. Similarly, SBI Bank is associated with, click on this, that's it, Rohit Sharma. And Canara Bank is associated with Virat Kohli, and IDA Bank is associated with Virat Kohli. You got my point, right? So one customer with multiple bank accounts. Here I have created two bank accounts, two customers with multiple banks, right? So this is how you can implement one to many and many to one relationship. Very easy, guys. Okay. So if you want to create separate methods to create customer one, that also we can do. How we can do? Just select customer one here, from here to here, end of the customer one. So you can create separate method to insert customer one. How can you insert? Select it and right click and refactor extract method, customer Rohit, camel case you have to give, guys, method name should customer Rohit Sharma insertion, customer Rohit Sharma insertion, finish. So it will create the method to insert only customer Rohit Sharma. To avoid confusion, I am creating separate two methods so that you guys can easily don't you will not have confusion. So right click source and sorry, refactor and extract method option, and customer Virat Kohli. To make you to make you understand, I am doing like this, guys. I am doing creating separate methods. Okay, customer Virat Kohli. How I have given name here? Customer Rohit Sharma. Customer Virat Kohli insertion. That's it. So Eclipse will create for us method automatically. So see here Virat Kohli insertion, and here Rohit Sharma insertion. So two methods I have created. If you want as many number of customers, you can insert like this, guys. It's very easy. So if you want, you can fetch. So let me show you fetch operation again. Let me fetch customer one also. If you want, you can perform delete operation also, guys. You can try by yourself. There is a delete method available with the help of repository object, right? So now let me format the code. So now I want to fetch the customer details. See, I'm just fetching customer details here. Just to open the console, server is restarted. You can see. See Rohit Sharma bank account details. Let me clear. Let me clear the console. So anyway, you can display and check the console, guys. Okay, so this is how you can fetch. If you want to fetch the customer details, you can fetch, and if you want bank account details, you can uncomment it and you can fetch it. Okay, so it's already almost 1 hour video, more than 1 hour video. Okay, so we'll discuss in next lecture many to many relationship. So far we have covered one to one association, one to one relationship, and many to one and one to many. So in next lecture I will explain you how to implement many to many relationship. Okay, very easy, guys. Who are all watching newly, please subscribe my channel. uh, Guys, you have to practice every day, otherwise you cannot complete, you cannot learn the code. Okay, who are all not subscribed, just go to browser youtube.com/@Rasul Sheikh /playlist. So it will open my YouTube channel. So who are all newly watching, you can subscribe my channel. It has a playlist, so lot of classes, 33 videos are there so far. So you can go through one by one and you can learn Spring Boot with the JPA. Okay, so later I will add Angular classes also. So once you complete this course, you guys will become a full stack developer, guys. Okay, I will teach most important concept which are really needed for developer. The moment you will complete this course, 100% I will sure you are going to work in your workplace very free minded. You no need to depend on others, and you no need to get fear. You can get a job by your own. So only thing is that you have to practice every day. Okay guys, thank you so much. I will join in next lecture.